Okay, perfect. So what I was, let me share my screen. So in any language, okay, in any language, Power Builder, or like you can say database as well, Oracle, SQL, right, Java, Python, whatever, all the language, okay, all the language, right, have this data types, variables, conditions, loops, functions. Okay, only syntax may be changed, but these are the things. Okay, mostly these are the things used in any language. Okay, in any language, and one is called a script. Okay, so here what we are going to do is in Power Builder it is called Power Script, right? So let's take an example. Let's take an example. Let me open Power Builder. I was also creating, okay, where is my PB gone? 1 second. I believe I have not. Yes, Power Builder. Yeah. So let me open it. Okay. So what? See, I just opened Power Builder. So what it uh, you can see that already one screen is opened, one window object is opened. So what Power Builder does is Power Builder keeps remember, right, that okay, what was the last application or what was the last workspace I opened, okay, I was working on. See, mostly like when you save your screen or something, right? So see, like language or a project or whatever, right? In IT, what we try to do is we always try to make it user friendly, right? So in so what it it try to do it like it gives you the last working window, right? So if you have more than one applications in your a laptop, so it opens the recent one which you used last time, right? So it by default it opens this SM, you can see, right? This SM, we created a workspace, right? SM, Power Builder workspace, right? And then this is the window. All right, let me close it from here. If I want to open again, I can go to the browser and can see all my objects here. Application object name is Society Management. Data window we have not created yet. We created a window called test window, W underscore test, right? Perfect. W underscore test. You can open it from anywhere. You can open it from the browser. Okay. Go here and then right click and then edit, or you can open it from, see the recent one, because it is the recent one. So recent objects like 3 4 objects you can see here. Yeah, or you can go to this one. This is an application object, right? These are the events of application objects. These are the properties of application object. If I go here to this one, w underscore test. What is this? This is my window. What is the name of the window? I kept w underscore test. Where it is kept means where it is stored. It is stored in a PBL, Power Builder library. All right. So, like, where you save your files, you save your files in a folder, right? In your computer, you have directory, right? Or you can say, sorry, drive, C drive, D drive, E drive, and under those drives, you have folders and files, right? A folder can contain again one more folder. Similarly, here in Power Builder, all objects are saved in a Power Builder library. In a Power Builder library, you can create more than one Power Builder library. We will discuss in detail, but a Power Builder library cannot contain again one more Power Builder library. Yeah. So basically, Power Builder library is a container of for the objects. So all objects belongs to a Power Builder library. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Now we are going to do something interesting. Okay. Now this is your text box. Sorry, this is your SLE, single line edit control. Yeah. You So if whatever the objects you select, okay, on right hand side you will see the properties of that object only. See, Windows was one of the object. This is also an 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 object, and this also an object, right? Basically these are controls, but controls are also object. Okay. So whatever the objects, every object has properties, events, and its function. Yeah. So let's check what all the events it has. Right click and then click on script. So you can see here, these are the events of this particular object, single line edit control. Yeah. If you you can choose, like this static text, it has only these many, right? Similarly, all others are static text. Yeah. See, you can see the name. See, name is something which should be unique of each object. Yeah. Because you are going to use that in your project, you are going to call by name, right? You are going to execute, you are going to access that particular object by its own name. So name will be unique. Yeah. You can see here in name we see like SLE underscore 1. SLE means single line edit control. Okay. Underscore 1. So this is called kind of a naming convention. And you can see ST underscore 4. Yeah. So what it means is, you can go to layout again here. So what it means is, let's select this one, st underscore name, static text underscore name. See, in programming language, or though anywhere, right? Uh, we follow some standard. Okay, we follow some standard. Why we follow some standard? See, standard makes things easy. Yeah, though you can. So this type of, like, we are, there is a structure. See, okay, see this as these kind of controls will be like, name will be kept st underscore, and then you can do whatever you want to do, though you can change this complete name, right? But generally all static text control names will be kept st underscore something, st underscore 1, st underscore 2. It generates by default st underscore 1, st underscore 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, but you can change the later part and keep like that. So that, see, this is called naming convention. In any language, we always follow naming convention. This is called a standard in Power Builder. Yeah. So similarly, for this one, SLE underscore 1, let's say in your window, you have, 10, 20 boxes like that. Yeah. 10 20 boxes like that, then what will happen? 10 20 boxes like that, right? Then what will happen? You will keep name SLE underscore 1 2 3 4. You will forget, okay, which one was used for what purpose. Yeah, so it is always necessary we should give a kind of a name which is kind of which tells itself that this is used for this particular purpose. When we will do the programming, you will come to know, no problem, don't worry. Yeah, okay. So now let's learn, uh, let's learn. I'm going to delete, okay, I deleted all these things. Yeah, I started with this one, variables, right? And then we have conditions, loops, and functions. Okay, and this power script. Yeah. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn some things, interesting, like power script. Okay, let's use power script, and we will try to create some small programs. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So uh, what I want is I want to just add two numbers. Okay, I want to add just two numbers. So what it means is, like, I want to let me I want to keep, like, okay. So far, how many controls we have used? Static control and the single line edit control. What is the use of a static control? This is actually just a label, okay, that you are going to tell, okay, this thing is for this purpose. Independently, this doesn't work anything. Yeah. So uh, what I want to do is, let me take one static control, okay, and what I'll do is I'll say, hey, enter uh, number one, okay, enter number one, or let's say value one, okay, and then take one more, value two. Now I want this single line edit control, okay, and okay, so well, let's remove this one. I'll add one more single line, and let me blank text, okay, and then I'll keep this one, and let me put plus sign, and then one more, equal to fine. Yeah, and I want my output in this box. Oops. Yeah, okay, so let me remove this output as well, sorry, the text of this one. Yeah, perfect. So what I want is, see, you can increase, decrease your window, whatever. Yeah, so I want just a simple operation that I'll give, value 1 and then value 2, and it should show me the sum here. Yeah, perfect. So let me run this. Yes, 1 2 2 1, nothing happens, right? Why? Because what I have done so far is I have I have just designed. I have just designed. Yeah. And if you look at this one, uh, my this one here, what I'm doing is, this is my power script. Okay, so open is a function which is used to open a window. So as I told you, right, application object is the starting point of power builder application. A power builder program starts executing from application object, and in application object, with this open function, yeah, sorry, open event. So open is the event of this application object, and this open is a function. This open is a function which is used to open a window. And what is the window's name? W underscore test. And when I run it, so it came to this point and it opened this window. Yeah. So whatever we designed, it opened it. Very good. Now let me create a button. Okay, this is called a command button. Okay, command button, right? Right. So what I want is, whatever I'm typing here or here, these two values should be added and kept here. Yeah. So let's write, and when it should happen, when I click on add button. So what we will do is, we will go and do something here, right? So what I'm going to do is, okay, let me go back. See, as I told you, right, this is SLE underscore 1. So let's keep value 1, naming convention, right? Let's keep this one value 2, right? This is your result. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write some script. So SLE underscore result, okay, dot text is one of the property, equal to SLE. Oh, let's go step by step, or I can do that also. SLE, I can see from here, SLE value 1. Oops. SLE underscore value 1 dot text. How I can get that value? With the help of text. Whatever you are going to type is going to be saved in dot text plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. Okay, 1 plus 1 is equal to 11, but this is not what we learned in math, right? Okay, why it is doing so? See, this text, text property, this text property basically, returns your value in string. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's do that. I am converting this value to integer. Oh, so what it is saying is, hey, this one is integer, okay, this one is also integer. Integer plus integer, what it will return? It will return integer, but you can save, string value in it. So what I can do is, yeah, Now let's check that. Right. So simple, right? What I have done is I have picked up the value of this one and then the value of this one, right? And then what I'm doing is I'm converting into integer value, and then I am, saving this, and after that I'm converting again back to the string one and then storing in this column, sorry, in this SLE, single line edit control. Yeah, so you are able to see that, right? So this is how you can, I mean, programming is very simple. The only thing is we should know how to get the value, right? So we get the value with this, with the help of this one dot text, right? So whatever you type in single line edit control, you can get back in your programming with the help of dot text property, with the help of dot text property. Yeah, so directly I have used here like that, but what we do is we can create variables also first. What is a variable? So what I can do is uh, integer. Integer is a data type. Integer is a data type. Li underscore val one. One more variable, li underscore val two. Okay, li underscore val one equal to, oops, right? So what you can do is, okay, so let's run it. Same thing. See, what I have done is I have taken this, whatever is stored here in this variable, and then whatever is stored here in this variable. How do we define the variables? First we give a data type and then variable name. Okay, variable name, and then you can do whatever you want to do with these two variables. You can use n number of places. Let's say if you want to, I mean, let's do one thing. So this is addition, right? And then if you want to keep one more, okay, what is the name of this one? SLE1. 5 plus 2 7, 5 minus 2 3, right? So uh, so basically you have stored the values, right? And then you can use these variables multiple times, or you can directly pick also like this. but this is not the right way. Okay, we should store in the variable first, and then we should use those variables. Yeah. So what is a variable basically? What is the definition of a variable? So definition of a variable is uh, a definition of the variable is a kind of temporary uh, container. Okay, uh, a variable is a temporary container, right? That okay, you are going to keep something in that, right? And that container can be of any type. Okay, let's say in your house also you have different containers, right? In one container or in one box, right, you have rice. In one box you have dal and all, right? So similarly, like we have integer type of data types, right? And then you have string type of data type, you have date type of data types, you have decimal type of data types, you have double. There are many. You can search in Google, right? There are many data types, but yes, whatever the value you are going to store, you define the variables of that particular type. Perfect. So this is how. So this was variable, and uh, this was what we did is we just did some addition. We used some operator, and we are able to get our required result. Okay, perfect. Now, okay, so now what we are going to do is, so in Power Builder, what we have learned so far is that okay, to create a smallest application in Power Builder, you have application object, right? You have application object, right? From where your program will start. You have a Power Builder library where your objects are going to be stored, right? And then every object has properties, events, and functions. Yeah. And then there are some global functions. Global functions, why I'm saying so is because those functions are available at Power Builder label, basically. Like you used open function and message box, right? So in message box you can populate any message box, right? uh, uh, with some information, right? Let's say you don't want to display your data here, right? You don't want to display your data here, right? Let's remove it, right? On addition, see, it is giving some compilation warning because you have removed these two things. Yeah. So what you can do is, let's say if you click on addition button, you can MESSAGE message box. Okay. Don't worry, you will learn each and everything. Okay. So this is like ADDITION. Whatever we write in double quote is called string. It will come as it is as we are writing it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is uh, this value, oops, Control C, Control V plus Control V 2, right? So what is this? This is addition. This is addition. Yeah. So if you run here, 0 because nothing was there. 2 addition is 4. Simple message box. There is nothing like we are doing any serious thing. Yeah. You can type one more message. Control C, Control V, and then let's say SUBTRACTION, subtraction, right? Subtraction. Okay. I have written subtraction, but I have not changed here, right? Let me change here. run it. 2 and 3. Okay. All right. So this is like very simple programming, right? Okay. So now what you have learned is you have learned this message object, and what we have learned, like we are using an open function of window. We will learn many things. Don't worry. Now what we are going to do is, and we learned how to declare a variable, right? Okay, so I mentioned here li. Okay, I mentioned here li. You know what is the meaning of li? Okay, so this is again a kind of standard, or you can say naming convention. Yeah, L means local, I means integer, underscore whatever, like the purpose is. Yeah, objective of this variable. It is going to store value 1, it is going to store value 2. So second tells, so there are two characters, right? There are two characters. First character tells, okay, what type of variable it is, and second is data type. So what? So first is access, where it can be accessed. Now what is this, right? So okay. So again, like let's discuss in detail this variable. So in Power Builder, there are four types of variables. Okay, one is local, second is instance, third is global, fourth is shared. Okay, so if anybody asks, hey, how many types of variables do you have in Power Builder, right? So we have four types of variable. We have four types of variable. One is local, instance, global, and shared. Okay, what this local means? Okay, so local means locals are created at script level. Okay, instance objects, or you can say stored at object level. Global means application label. We'll discuss in detail, don't worry. Yeah, stored at application label. See, actually we declared this variable, right? We declared this variable here. Where we declared cb underscore one command button event is clicked, right? So this is the power script. Okay, so where we stored this, it is stored in on clicked event, right? On clicked event of this command button, on clicked event of this command button. So what it means is, so the variables which are declared at script labels are called local variables. Okay, the variable, ध्यान से सुनो है ना, the variables which are stored at script label are called local variables. Okay, okay, so what is the use of local variables? Local variables, there are two things. Okay, scope and life. A variable is known or is defined based on scope and life. Now what is the life and what is the scope? So life means वो ऑब्जेक्ट कब तक जिंदा रहे, वो वेरिएबल कब तक जिंदा रहेगा, मीन्स till when you can use that variable. Okay, till when you can use this variable, right? When your application is is being run, right? And scope means where it can be called. Like if you have defined a variable on the click event of this command button, can I use that variable? Can I use that variable in my application object here? Can I use that? No, I cannot use that, right? Because it was local. So local's variables scope and life is where it is declared. Where it is declared. What it means this variable which we declared here, right? This variable which we declared here can be used can be used only in this script, only on the click event of this command button. It cannot be used anywhere else in the application. Okay, means its scope is only in this command button. Local scope, right? Local scope, right? Okay, perfect. And life is also within this script only, right? Why I'm saying so is, so once this script is executed, this variable will die. This variable will die, right? Why I'm saying so is, let's see. I said 3 and then 2. So what happens if I click on this add? Oops, nothing is happening. Why? Did I do something? Oh, I removed that message box. Yeah. So what happened? Okay, SLE, this value is stored in my local variable 1, and this value is stored in local variable 2, right? And then sum is 5. So now the value of, now what happens? That script is being executed, gone. If I will click here, that those variables, you know, those variables, those variables those variables got initiated again, got initiated again, and we are storing these values, right? So their scope and life is there only. Now let's do one thing. What we will do is, we will create one instance variable. Okay, we will, where we can create an instance variable at object level. You can see here, right? Declare instance variable. So so this is the object, window object. Okay, so we are going to create this variable at Windows label. Yeah, so in this, let me integer, integer, inc. Okay, now because this is an instance variable, I will start with I instance integer underscore incr, let's say. Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add one more button. Okay, and let's say script this equal to this plus 1. What I did here is, what I did here is, see, first of all, you can see, guys, right? I have not declared this lincr, right? Where I declared at instance this this place, right? At object level. Yeah, at instance level, right? So now this instance variable scope and life, whenever anybody talks about, variable, what it means is we are going to discuss scope and life. So for instance variable, what is the scope? Scope is that it can be used anywhere in this window. You can use on this button, here, there, and anywhere in this. But it cannot be used in application object, because application object is a different object. Yeah, and this window is a different object. Similarly, if you create one more window, you cannot use the instance variable of this window in that window, right? But a variable which is declared at instance level, a variable which is declared at instance level uh, can be used anywhere in this window, can be used anywhere in this window, right? Perfect. So that is the reason the variable which I created here, right, I can use on this button. I can use on this button, right? So what I am doing on this button, hey, whatever the value of this, lincr, add 1 in that. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oops. I'm not displaying anywhere, right? I have just added it. So let me do something. What something? Not going to do any big thing. Just let me copy here. Copy paste is a very good feature in any language. Yeah. See, it is giving an error. Compilation. So whenever you try to save it, Power Builder try to compile the code, whatever you have written. It says, hey, there is a warning, right? Ignore compilation warning. No, you cannot ignore. And it will tell, hey, these two variables are not different, which you are going to use here, right? Because these two variables are local variable of that command window one, sorry, command button one, right? Let me control C, control V, control S, and then run it. One, three. Why? It is increasing whatever was stored in that, right? Now, if you close this, what you have done is you have terminated your application. Run it. It got instantiated again, right? Initiated again, or you can say, yeah. So why? Because it gets stored at object level. So its life is till this object is live. Okay, its scope is anywhere in this particular window, right? You can use in this button, because these are the child object of this window. So you can use anywhere that instance variable. So what is the difference between instance variable and the local variable? Okay, the scope and life of a local variable is in that script where it is declared. Okay, what is the scope and life of an instance variable? Scope and life of the variable is, instance variable is at object level, at object level. Yeah, you can use anywhere in that object. If that object is closed, then that is gone, right? Okay. Now, what is my global object? Sorry, global variable. What is my global variable? What is my global variable? Okay. So global variable is like you can use anywhere in the application, and it gets stored at application level. If you go this declare instance variable, you have one more place called global variable. If you click on this global variable, right? So let's say integer, integer. G means global, right? I. When I created at local variable li, it was li. When I created an instance, it was ii. Right here, I'm going to create as a global variables gi underscore incr. Okay, C, control C. Let me use now the global variable. Okay, and similarly, control C. Let me go to my application object. Control S. See, easily I'm able to use it, right? So it is giving me 0. Why is that so? Why is that so? Let's check that. 1 plus it GIINC are assigned with 1. Yes. Oh, oh, is it? Okay, perfect. Let me go back. Ah, got it. 2. Why 2 on a single click? Because 1 was done at application object label and 1 here, so it becomes 2. Next 3, right? So the scope and life. So the scope and life of this type of object is variable is at application label. So this is how it works. Now what is a shared variable? We will discuss that later, and I have never used in any Power Builder application so far, but for interview purpose we will check that also. Okay, so today you learned variables. Perfect. What you are going to do is you are going to create a simple uh, like few things. One is you will enter two variables, two values, one this, second this, right? And addition, subtraction, yeah, deletion. Just do three operations. I don't want you to hang around. Okay, now what? So this is how it is, right? Now what we are going to do is we are going to learn uh, this thing, conditions. Okay, see, though condition is what, right? That okay, if let's say you know condition is very simple, right? If, or let me show you how we can maintain the condition. See, you can take the scripts from here as well. If you don't remember, paste the statement. Okay, if then. Okay, so you can see the condition and action. So suppose these are the marks. Okay, 50 marks, right? Or like sum of this value is, sum of this value is you know uh, 50. Let's define one more variable. Yeah, so control C, control V equal to control V plus control V, 1 2. If this value is less than 50, then you have to click on message box again and again, right? Let's do one thing. Let's take that text only. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can in fact display here as well your result. st_1 dot text. Yeah. st_1 dot text. st_1 dot text. Text equal to, you can say, uh, okay, first division, right? If it is greater than 50, suppose, else second division, let's say. Yeah. So let's do that. Suppose I have 21 and 2. Yeah, second division, right? Let's say 56 something, first division. So simple, very simple. These things no need to remember. You will just go to know, right, how we can write it. Yeah, you can add so many conditions here. This one, and then there is one more statement called if then this one else this one else if. You can add multiple ifs, right? If then else then if. One condition, two condition, three condition. If this condition true, it will go here. Only one condition will be executed. Yeah. If it is not true, then it will go here. If it is not true, then it will not execute any. So what you can do is you can add one more, the default condition. Yeah. That okay, if these two conditions are failed, then it will execute this one. So this is if then else, right? So you got to know the conditions also. Now let's discuss about the very simple things. Yeah, loops. Where is this? Loops. Let's use this loop. There are many loops. Okay, you can go through whatever you want. Let's discuss this one for next. Yeah. Okay, if I want to print, right, uh, I equal to 1 to 10, right? So what will happen? This loop will run 10 times, right? And then what I'm going to do is, let's say, I want to add from 1 to 10. Okay. Is someone waiting for anything? No, right? Okay. Right. So what I want to do is I want to add, I 1 to 10. I mean till 10 number, right? So what I'll do is, okay, in a variable, so suppose I assigned some 0 value to this one. Okay. So now what will happen? 0 plus 1, this value is becomes 1. Again 1 plus 2, right? So let's check that, and then we can just display like this. I is not declared. Yeah, let me declare I here. Though we should not, I mean, see, you can see here, right? You can do anything, like, you can, but this is not the right way. Yeah, what we should do is I, sorry, li underscore incr, like that. अब क्या हुआ? No. Very simple program. Yeah, 55, right? Or suppose you want to give a twist, right? Twist in the sense, like, this one, right? This value 2 is like, let's give this also a variable, right? Okay, guys, so what we can do is, let's take up to 10, sorry, not 10. What I'll do is, SLE underscore 1 dot text, yeah, whatever, not SLE1, what was the name of this one? SLE underscore value 1, SLE underscore value 1, yeah, control S. Oops, sorry, I'm doing something wrong. SLE1, what was the name of SLE underscore value 1? Oh, 1. Hmm, this computer is, oh, we need to convert into integer, because this is integer, this is a string, so it is not accepting. Yeah, now you can just give, if you will give 5, add, it will 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, right? If you will give 10, it will have 10, right? You give 100, it will add up to 100. Yeah, so this is how, it, whatever you will tell to do, right? So where we are using loops, so loops are used for repetitive things, for repetitive work. Yes, for repetitive work, that hey, start from this and add 1, and go up to this. So these many times this loop will run. Yeah, now what I want from you guys is, there is a series called Fibonacci series. What is a Fibonacci series? A Fibonacci series is like one, it starts with 1. Yeah, 1 comma 1 plus, what, it start with 0 and then 1, two numbers. Okay, 0 and 1, and then 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, so it will go like that, right? I want to say, hey, I want to run this Fibonacci series up to 10 numbers. So what will happen? 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. So up to this number 10 होगा क्या? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 नहीं हुआ, 13 plus 8 21, 21 plus 8 whatever, yeah, 34. So it should give me this series. So what you will do is, you will write a program, okay, like I am giving 10 or something, right? I said 5, so it is adding me and giving, like, okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So what I want to do is, if you are typing 5, so it should print up to this number 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. And if I say 6, it should go up to this, right? So you have to write this program. Okay, you have to write this program. Okay, for today, you will do this one only. Tomorrow, and just do some exercise based on your if then else, right? You can use whatever. I'll upload this video, right? And play around and create this program, this Fibonacci series. Okay, it should print here. Try to do that. Once it is done, you will send your code, or or window when it is printed, right here only, I mean in that group. Tomorrow we will discuss about the menus. See, these are the menus, right? These are the menus. So how we can create the menus, right? See, what is the use of the menu? You can, it will, it is opening this particular window, right? So this is the use of the menu. You can go to a different program basically. So tomorrow we'll discuss menus, but yes, today you can go and just play around whatever we discussed today, and create a program, a simple program. Just give one box here, not many, right? And give a name. Okay, run. Let's say we can say run. Yeah, and then you type 5, then it should give 5 numbers of a Fibonacci series. 10, 10 numbers of a Fibonacci series. 12, 12 numbers of a Fibonacci series. Yeah, create this program with the help of uh, for loop, while loop, if then else, whatever you want to use, you can use those things. It was just a simple basic programming. So these variables, data types, conditions and loops all are same in all language, right? So do that, and then we will discuss our menus part. Okay, and the menus exercise tomorrow, and then next thing. Yeah, does anybody has any question?